It's the naked truth. Raw and uncensored adult chat with the stars of Just for Fans as we get personal. Bedroom stories, sex tips, and more. Close the door, turn down the lights, and turn up the volume. It's time for the naked truth. And jazz hands!
Hello, 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 Just for Fanners. A little scientific fact. Did you know 75% of the gay population were born that way? The other 25% were sucked into it.
No.
Oh my God! Wow! Welcome to my career.
Same level as I am.
Welcome to my career. This is the Naked Truth. The
what
official
went wrong?
life.
Aww.
This is the official Just for Fans podcast where nothing is off limits, of course, except my original hair color. On this episode, we go deep and get down with our guests, popular names and body parts from the Just for Fans family. Stevie Trixx is here, and Jeremy Lucido, by the way, ready to mix things up and spill the tea. You can find us on every major podcast platform. Also, watch us on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, on the Out@.tv app. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at JustForFans site. Whether you're a content creator or a fan, sign up for the award-winning site today at JustFor.Fans. Setting the standard for connecting adult stars and their fans. Blup, blup. I'm your host, Alexander Rodriguez, queen of the podcast with my sidekick, director of events for Just for Fans, Mr. Anthony John Hager.
Hey, I don't know what an event is.
Avant?
Yeah, are you okay? You're really like mellow.
I'm mellow?
Yeah, very mellow today.
Nobody in there, not even Helen Keller. Even Helen Keller is like, she's fiercely like, calm down, bitch.
I can hear you. You don't have to be so loud.
So inappropriate. Our apologies to Helen Keller. Have her call us. We'll chat it through. Anthony, what do you call a gay Jamaican guy?
I'm not going to answer that.
Pokemon. Get it? Pokemon? Pokemon? No. Okay. Okay.
I don't play in that. It's like you're
they're
getting borderline.
So fun.
What? This is cancel
that is
culture.
What are you talking about? It's a celebration.
That's borderline.
Whatever. What's going on in the Just for Fans world?
A lot. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, tell me.
It's fun fact. I think I blurted it on the last episode, but it's our 3rd year anniversary.
Woohoo!
This weekend actually. Well, this will be later. So in February is our 3rd year. So. Yay, hey. Usually we do a Vegas thing.
I was gonna say,
Jeremy, you were there last year,
yeah.
right? A lot of fun. This year, of course, it's a little more subdued, a little Puerto Vallarta with a few models that are local, I think, showed up. And but yeah, 3 years, we're number 2 in the world, obviously, which is great. And we passed, I said it also, passed 1 million subscribers.
That's insane to me.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It really is. A lot of dirty minds out there.
You know, or just chilling.
Hey, they're paying.
They are paying.
Not paying me, but.
Well, and so we're celebrating 3rd year anniversary during COVID. I can't imagine next year what the celebration's going to be like. So sign up for your account today so that you can be part of.
You could be a model. Come on out, and it's a time to thank the models. It's not really for the subscribers. It's for the models to get together and have fun.
You can say hi, and I'm sure we'll be doing something.
Oh, there'll be public things, but also the model pays more.
Not public things. Wink, wink. All right, let's get this. Orgies with Cock and Dom. Doc and Calm.
It's from last episode.
Oh, my Lord. Anyway, let's formally introduce our guest. We have Stevie Trixx here, a queer porn creator and performer who has recently worked with Treasure Island Media and Lust Films. After living in Brooklyn for 8 years, he relocated to L.A., where he enjoys wandering around, reading, and hanging out with his cat. And filming super hot content, by the way. Please welcome Mr. Stevie Trixx.
Hey, welcome.
What's up?
Also joining us is Jeremy Lucido, an artist, photographer, and Zine publisher here in L.A. Shortly after graduating college, he accepted a job as a video editor for an online adult production company. Grew within that industry, became the lead photographer and director for several adult films. 10 years in the adult industry has shaped his love for portrait work and really defined his raw erotic style that you can see in his magazine, Starfucker Magazine, black and white printed Zine featuring provocative photography and other art forms from contributing artists. And it was a way for him to bring together the 2 parts of his life, art and sex. Hello. And he first joined Just for Fans to showcase the content from the magazine Starfucker, but his own personal videos and content took off more, and he found himself as an unlikely porn star in his 40s.
He's a triple threat.
He's a triple threat. Have you seen what he's packing? It's like, I'm surprised you could walk in October. Anyway.
In October?
But Mr. In his 40s with no muscles and a belly full of tacos and whistles.
Whistles?
Oh, my God. That's a whole.
I was wondering what that noise was. I thought it was me.
Whistle while you walk. That's an ER, like that's an ER emergency room situation. Anyway, I know Jeremy from his photography work, so when I found out about his content, I was like, "Whoa, there we go!" Please welcome Jeremy.
Hey,
How you doing?
Good to see
I didn't
you.
know you were going to read all of that.
Oh, I had
You were
to
supposed
edit
to bullet.
that. It's
You
like
were supposed to
honest.
bullet point that.
Honey, I did bullet point that. The
And
resume
at the
was
age of
on
5,
and on.
Jeremy.
Belly full of whistles. That's all I'm going to take away
No,
from this one.
that's the name of this episode.
All right, so we start the show off with a little hot topic. So here's the hot topic for both of us. Is it possible to be in a relationship with somebody who is totally on the opposite side of your political views? I'm talking about voting. I'm talking about beliefs. I'm talking about their social media posts. Complete political opposite. Possible to have a relationship with somebody.
Sex.
I'm not talking about dating. I'm talking
Hot.
about having a full-on relationship.
Oh, okay. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm going to say probably no. I'm going to say probably no. But I don't know. The left-right spectrum these days is a little blurry.
Well,
Right.
that's-
I was going to say that. I was
Like
going to say,
before-
where is it? Like,
Well, like before, if you voted for the opposite person, you're like, oh, let's have a healthy debate. We know this last election, there was not that healthy debate because,
yeah.
I mean, we're at extremes.
Yeah, it's hard to answer that now because we're so like way on each
Yeah.
farther end. Like my parents are opposite.
Are they
political
really?
parties? But there was like never really an issue. But also, they're not extreme on either case, and they're not really posting about it like now. Like I don't know, it was never really.
But the thought is, especially in this last election, even if you're not an extremist, if you voted for somebody on the other
You're
side,
painted as.
you are an extremist because that is
painted.
voting for an extreme.
Well, like my father didn't vote for Trump, even though that he would be on that party.
That happened a
So-
lot.
So yeah, no, I think it depends on how like tribal your political views are. And
See,
if
I
you
don't
have
mind because
no,
I'm
like-
always right. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we know according to your
I don't
Facebook,
know.
you're always right. I love
No,
you
I'm-
put a topic out there and somebody disagrees with you, you're like, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, I
And like
delete
that's
it.
the end of the
I delete it.
You
It's my
literally
page.
delete it.
I hate the Kardashians. You just throw up 100
Yeah.
Kardashian memes. I don't want to see
Because
their
they're
faces.
funny. It's her like going like.
I'm deleting them, and they keep doing it. The same
Oh, I
devil
did.
Kim Kardashian.
I switched to
I'm like,
Kanye though.
You did. I had to keep
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh, we found a loophole.
Now, so I actually, this was the topic that was brought to us, but I also, my best friend is in a relationship with somebody who is Republican, whatever, even through this last election.
Mm.
And so my friend's response is to, well, we just don't talk about it at home. But with so much at stake in this last election, do you really want to be in a relationship with
Yeah,
somebody
that's
that you
not like
can?
a very connected relationship.
But
I
it's
mean,
working
yeah, it's
for
challenging.
them.
But like, I'm a far leftist, and I would probably have a problem dating a liberal, you know. So it just like is a matter of degree. But then it's like, well, what are we getting into here then? You know, like, are we going to let political beliefs continue to divide us like that? I don't
And is
know.
everything is it seems like everything has become politicized these days.
Yeah,
like
it's like,
everything.
what do you want for
What
breakfast?
color
Oh,
you're
that's 'cause
wearing
you're a
today?
liberal.
Everything is
Yeah.
political.
Honey Nut
And-
Cheerios. Meh.
And in a relationship, it's almost like porn. You watch it, you're into it, so you could get away from some of this. You could disconnect in a relationship. And sometimes if the relationship is by polar opposite, it's almost, I don't know, I'm not in one like that, but like it could be refreshing almost. Like, oh God, I just gotta get away, turn off the TV, and have angry sex with my QAnon
Well, there is that.
boyfriend.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm just trying to prove
Talk
I'm not
about
a child
an
molester.
insurrection.
Or what are they? Isn't that what they're about? I forget what they're about. Yeah, like child porn, or aren't they in like
Yeah.
what? No,
What?
it's right. It was.
Where did this
It
conversation
all
go?
started about pedophilia or something, right? Or
It's everywhere.
human sex trafficking is how the QAnon thing
Yeah.
started.
Child blood.
Is what I read.
That's insane. Well, on that note,
Good first topic.
woohoo! Party
Really?
time.
Always
Okay.
cracks it open with that
So,
one.
I want to talk to you both about. You both share about your body positivity without apology on your platforms, and I'm talking about all your platforms. In your own content, not conforming to what the mainstream, like adult film studios, are doing. But we know in our community, it's still about body, oddy, oddy, oddy. Like, we're still fixated. Whether we are promoting body positivity, we still are. Like, you know, we talk about who's hot, who's not, and, like, it's just part of it. And no matter how many body positivity hashtags we get, I wonder how you deal with body issues on a daily basis in promoting this content because you're celebrating your body. And you have fans for it, and it's all this, but does it still play in your mind on a daily basis, especially during COVID? Like, my jacket used to zip.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
you know, but I'm like all
own
about
it,
body
though.
positivity. But my grinder interaction is like bleh, because my body has changed. So how do you guys deal with when your platform is celebrating that? Does it still play with your psyche as to what we're seeing on TV and what the major
Are you talking about like insecurities in general?
insecurities, not fitting the mainstream what's happening? You know, we know like at the Gay Vienna Awards and, you know, the major stars that are getting re-signed for year after year and being celebrated all over are the typical what we expect from studios. And you guys on your content is not doing that, but you have a thriving platform and a thriving fan base.
I just let it be known that you're not going to find any muscles if you come into my page. Just on me. On other people, but yeah.
There is one muscle I can count on your
I mean,
That's not a muscle. That's like an animal.
if you, I mean, this is just the way I am. So, like, I find it easier just to go with it. I don't know. Like, I'm not really into working out, so I don't want to do that.
But like,
So
even
I'd
watching,
rather-
I'll do this like, I'll be like late night snacking because you know.
What did you miss about the belly full of whistles? He was making a point.
I
It
know
was
that,
whiskey.
Whiskey, I know. We know. It was a belly full of whiskey, people.
but like,
Jeez
but like,
Louise.
I'll feel. You know what? I'm funny. I have a career, and I have people that I'm dating, and so it's fine. But like at 2 a.m. while I'm eating, you know, nachos, I'll watch like some hot guy on TV and be like, God, I should really start working out more or whatever. It still plays on me, even though
Gosh.
literally that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it's still on my mind.
I mean, I have my days, I guess. But again, you know, I'm just I've gained maybe like 35 pounds during like Corona, and it's just like,
Oh, that's baby shit.
and I'm like,
Look at me.
well, I'll just go with it, get new shirts, and you know, can't button all of them, but.
So what would your advice be on keeping that positive, like this
I think
is
it's-
who I am?
You know, in for me, sometimes just faking the confidence and the like. I think, you know, confidence is what's attractive more to a lot of
100%.
people. So, and that's I get a lot of guys are like, "Oh, I love your confidence," and in my head, I'm like, "Oh, Jesus."
Honey, they're saying confidence is a euphemism for what you're
Rolls
packing.
down
By the way.
Yeah,
your brain.
but you know, it's what you put out there, and I think that's attractive, and I think there's many other ways to be attractive than, you know.
But it's funny because, like, on these apps, like I said, my grinder interaction has definitely gone down since I put on a few COVID pounds.
I wouldn't be.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
have to like rate your entire life and your body
But it
positivity
still
over
plays-
Grinder.
But it still plays on your mind. But it does,
does,
play
of
on your
course,
mind.
of
Like,
course.
if you have to buy a size up, it's like, you know, but then it's this confidence. Like, even on the show, like, we're putting on our confident front.
Change it.
For me, like, I think there's no matter what size I was much bigger, like younger. I've had like weight loss surgery years ago. I always got people like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, so like, you know, guys are guys. They're like gonna go after you. So just like be confident and be nice and like be sexy.
I always
That's
ask to
really it.
see like somebody's ex's pictures because if they're like in like a chubby chaser, I'm not into
Oh
that.
yeah, when they're
at all.
very
I'm
much
like,
into it,
yeah, that's like
and they touch your belly first.
ah.
No. Yeah, that guy's like, yeah.
Yeah.
hey.
Aw, that's just my hello.
Oh god, it's so uncomfortable.
like-
It's like get out.
Hi
I'm like-
guys.
Even like that makes me uncomfortable. And Stevie, with your platform, you know, how does that play with you? Because, you know, not only is there body issues like in terms of like the trans world, then it's adult industry, and then it's the LGBT community, and it's all out there on so many different levels.
Yeah, I think at this point I try to just kind of present myself without comment, like as though I'm just a dude. And
Yeah.
like it's not really a big deal, you know. I'll like obviously I'm using words like pussy to describe my genitals or whatever, but I'm just trying to like show people that I just exist and that's enough. Like you don't have to be weird about it or anything. But I've definitely struggled. Some of the times when I've looked the best in my life was when I was like treating myself the worst. So I had to get to a place of like figuring out what's healthy and what's sustainable for myself, because doing porn, it could get really bad. And fortunately, I did the work on myself and I actually feel really good, even if things fluctuate a little bit, you know. But like being a guy with a pussy, I just could not care less, you know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter.
But to get to that point, how would you like? What advice would you give for somebody to get to that point?
Would you like my therapist number?
I kind of would. I'm interested. I'm
gonna
interested.
give all that away. You know how much money that costs? What? It's okay. He's always looking for a
12
freebie.
years of therapy, 12 long years of therapy.
But what I love about your social media, like your Instagram, is we get to see all facets of your life. It's not like it's just my sex, it's just my body, it's just that brand. It's really, we get to learn a lot about you and your life.
Yeah, I've really tried the kind of educational route with people. Like, this is how to use pronouns correctly and do all this. And that stuff is so important and valid. But I do feel like we're at a place where the intervention has been made. And now we just need to see trans guys living. Like,
Right.
you know, I just am a person. And I think that's kind of more of my focus at the moment. But I also, within the scheme of trans men, I really don't have it particularly hard. I have, like, the white porn star body at this point, you know, with the small exception that I'm trans. So my perspective is limited to that.
I'm so glad that you said that, because it is, you know, there's all these sub divisions of I don't even know how to say it, but like we're still attacking each other for certain qualities that we have, even when we're all supposed to be inclusive. But there's all these sub levels going on that we're like, wait, what? And so I want to talk about labels. We have so many letters and pronouns now, and I come from a generation. It was just, are you gay or are you straight?
Very old.
Yeah.
Very old.
How dare
Alexander.
you, sir? And like the word queer, like I know you describe yourself as queer. It means so many different things to different people. Like queer when I was growing up was like, it was like super, super gay. But now queer is kind of an empowerment. It's like queer doesn't mean I'm any one of these things. It means I'm all encompassing. But if you use these terms incorrectly, you can get into a lot of trouble, especially in cancel culture. Are we getting too wrapped up in letters and terms and pronouns, or should we be using these emerging terms to empower our community?
I'd like to be able to use the correct terms and learn and do stuff, but there is, you know, I see where people are coming for, even people within our own community with each other, and I think intent matters. You know,
Exactly.
You know, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, pick your battle. It's the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like, maybe make a comment, correct them, say what you think, and then move on. But there's like, you know.
Well, it's like my comedy is, it's not based on me being politically incorrect, but it's like, I don't have time to do that because I'm like, you know, this is just my
You're
personality.
a comedian?
Have you seen my outfit?
Live from the Death Star.
This makes me laugh so much because we know your love for Star Wars, and I'm everything Star Trek. And I'm like,
He loves
I
everything
literally
Star
look
Trek.
like
Did you
I'm
see
the
my
janitor on
post?
the Death
Do you
Star.
see my post though? Star Trek can be summed up by just
know,
one space probe.
You had like 2 likes on it, so.
It's private.
But I literally look like a janitor on the Death Star. Like I literally. I wanna
From
see it.
Spaceballs. Sorry, we get off
Sorry,
topic quite a
sorry.
bit. It doesn't take much. Anyway, comedian
anyway.
Alexander Rodriguez, everybody. Go
Anyway,
ahead.
so like I'm not so focused on it, but I've done a lot of interviews this last year, especially, you know, for Pride season, and it's like, no, you have to use this, and this is, you're not saying this correctly. And it's like I have to take a step back and say, well, my comedy is not the most important thing here. We're trying to move forward as a community. But there's times that I just get so tired. It's like, oh God, there's so much to worry about. We can't even have a conversation. Right. What is your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's important to learn all of this stuff and as best as you can, but it does sometimes feel like there's not room to grow when somebody makes like one mistake, and that troubles me. I worry a little bit about that for sure. But for me, like, queer is an anti-identity. It's supposed to be like, I don't really know, you know?
Yeah.
But also it's very much tied to a political history for me. So, you know, going back to the ACT UP movement and Queer Nation and all of that stuff back in like the late 80s, 90s and stuff. That feels important to me. And it does feel in a way like we're getting more micro identities for sure. And I want to be respectful of people, but you do kind of wonder, okay, like, where are we headed?
Yeah, it gets a little where are we headed?
Because
Yeah,
I just feel exhausted by
Right.
identity. It's
That's
like,
just it.
I'm exhausted. Do we have to keep doing this?
Yeah, it's like I want to have this conversation. I want to have to like a clinical conversation. But you bring up a good point, is having to learn some of these terms. We do look at the history, and there's a bunch of history that we just don't know about. You know, HBO Max just did a docu-series called Equal, and it was about all the lesser known figures from LGBTQ progression. I was like, wait, that person did that? I had no clue. And so that is important. Okay, I want to know about your first on-camera experience. What trepidation you had? How did it go? What was that first scene for you that was like, okay, we're doing this for the people?
My very first scene was with Treasure Island Media with
The
twins.
first scene right there. With
twins?
twins?
Identical twins.
And did they do stuff? That's always my
They
question.
did not. They did not.
I don't know. Am I
That's
the only
illegal.
one that wants this?
I think
It's
it's
illegal,
illegal
isn't
to
it?
film in the
Yeah.
U.S. You can't film twin on twin, but in Europe you can because there's those Bellamy twins. They're definitely all over each other, which is
Wow.
weird.
Yeah,
So how?
I don't. Frankly, I don't think that they're that gay. They're bisexual. So
Mm.
I don't think they didn't even seem that into me at some points. But that's fine. That's
They're just
another
staring
thing.
at each other.
But like,
They're like, I'm beautiful.
I'm so
it was
pretty.
so weird.
Look
Well,
at my penis.
They're like
Look at
on
my
the
ass.
bed behind me, jerking off to try to finish. So I'm just on my all fours in this hotel room with these two identical twins masturbating behind me, and I'm like, all right, welcome to porn, Stevie.
What a way to get into it.
Well, I'm looking at the camera angle on that. I mean, I'm sure the camera angle is pretty hot on that.
I mean, like, how did you feel after?
Yeah, I
where
mean,
you're
go
like,
check it out, Bussy. It's a like 6-part series with all trans
Definitely.
men from Treasure Island Media,
Definitely.
for sure.
I mean, did you like hang out after and be like, hey, twins, like, or like, how did you feel after that first scene? Were you like happy that you did it, or were you like, God, that was more work than I ever thought?
I thought it would be much scarier than it was, but it was very low key. We were just like in a hotel room, and I'm used to getting grimy, so like I was like, wow, there's cameras here and lighting. Ooh.
And Treasure Island's not a bad one if you're going to go in because usually they're pretty quick. They're right to the point, and you're in and out in an hour.
Oh wow!
You know, when you do like the Falcons and stuff.
Yeah,
I
if it's
mean,
like 8
no,
hours.
it's
shoot
more
days.
than. I mean, I've sat there holding a microphone or whatever for literally 12, 13 hours, and it's like, what are we doing? It's a 15-minute scene, people. Let's cut again for pictures for an hour. I'm like, oh my god.
Pictures are
But
very
yeah,
important.
so Treasure Island is a really, and they're not what they were back in the day. Treasure, if you shot with Treasure Island, that's what you're doing for the rest of your porn career.
I worked at a company. If you shot with them, they didn't hire you.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Because Treasure Island was also doing bareback long
It
before.
was before.
This
it
is
was
the whole thing.
open.
Like they were the ones first doing it. First, it was like, oh, bareback, and then
And
now it's
oh,
like,
I could pull up interviews of
Condom.
some studio heads
Yep.
that were crucifying Treasure Island, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
they're, I mean, of course, they're all bareback. And as they all fell into line, I'm going,
Yep.
mhm.
it's like, oh,
We're just gonna ignore what you said and did to these other models this whole time. Okay, great.
Mhm. So Jeremy, your transition from like, oh, I guess I'm going to be in front of the camera now. What was your first scene, and what was it like filming it?
I mean, technically, my first was like in my early 20s at a random site, so I could have rent
Oh.
money.
Oh,
Okay.
But that site doesn't exist anymore, and I
But the internet's
used a
forever.
fake ID, and they didn't know.
Oh.
So yeah.
Were you underage?
No, no.
A fake ID? Okay.
didn't,
for the
like-
name.
his
Okay,
name
got
on
it.
his ID
I
was
used
Charo.
someone else's
Charo.
ID, basically.
Charo de Jesus.
It was like my roommate's ID, I think. Yeah, for my stuff, like I don't know, I don't really remember my first scene that was like a big deal. Like I've, done like point of view sucking my dick videos throughout, just naturally posting it. So I don't know.
I love those videos, by the way, because we get like a whole variety of that angle, and it's like I literally feel like it's happening to me. Like I'm getting a free blowjob, and I don't even have to like get messy or anything.
So I've inserted myself into videos before I was like actually planning to do a scene. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it was just fine.
He was the director that he kept pulling it out on set. Like,
Yeah,
is
like-
that you?
Look at
It
it.
was
like-
fine.
My anaconda don't want.
And they're like, what's going on here? This is a little uncomfortable. Just inserting myself. Sorry.
All right, we're gonna play our first.
That was all fake. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That's unlicensed meat material.
This is the Naked Truth Strip
Oh.
Sex Trivia, where
Oh,
contestants
yeah.
will compete to the flesh. How much do they know about sex? Or watch them strip. Ha-cha!
Ha-cha-cha-cha.
All right, so here's a little sex trivia. If you get the answer wrong, you have to remove an article of clothing. What clothing article? That's up to you. All right, for both of you. For 75% of men, ejaculation occurs within how many minutes of penetration? 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 7 minutes?
Or 30 seconds.
That's
I'm
you,
gonna go
boo.
with 3 minutes.
I was also gonna say 3. Yeah.
You both are correct. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that really?
It's pretty
Yeah,
believable.
I always have to like feel around and be like, okay, everything's fine. There's no other issues
That's why I love
happening.
when a hookup's like, how much time you got? I'm like, an hour. Like, oh, it's not enough. I'm like, dude, it's enough time.
An hour's too much.
I'm
man.
like,
do
what are
that.
you talking
If it's a
about?
hookup, it's like 30 minutes. It's like Domino's, 30 minutes or less, or
I'm actually,
it's
I
on
need
you.
to be done before my Domino's arrive.
And
Or
like,
it's free.
And they're like, can I have some? You're like, no, get up. Okay. True or false? The clitoris has double the nerve endings than a penis.
False, because it's way more.
Oh, no. Yeah, true or false?
Stop bragging.
I'll say true.
So you say true and you say false?
Yeah.
It is true.
Oh.
It's exactly double the nerve endings in a penis. 8,000
An
nerve
uncut
endings.
penis, right? An uncut because a cut penis doesn't even have any anymore, pretty much.
Well,
I'm
that's their
dead on the
empty souls.
outside and the
So,
inside.
so Stevie,
I'm
you
wrong.
got it wrong. You got it wrong. So, bam, chicka, bam, bam. Stevie Trixx.
Oh,
Oh.
shrimps in my face.
We got the shoes, and of
Wow,
course,
those are really nice. What are those, like canvas box? They're like,
They're ancient.
oh, they're
those
awesome.
are vintage. Those are
They're,
like,
great.
yeah.
The canvas
They are
box.
canvas though. I'm vegan.
Oh, very good. Sorry, I'll move mine over here.
all right. So for the Stevie Trixx fans, we got some foot action going.
Mhm.
Bye-bye. Okay, next question. What portion of men have penises that are slightly bent when erect? Is it 1/4 of men, 1/3 of men, or 1/2 of men?
God does not make straight lines.
I dated somebody. It was literally like you could like hang frames on. It was level.
I mean, I guess half.
I'm gonna say a 4th.
You are correct. It is a 4th.
I swear I saw a commercial about this the other day.
Probably.
commercial?
A commercial. Yes.
Yes, they have a medication that can help if you're experiencing
Oh, I
this. There's
saw
a medication
that.
that can help.
Mine.
I
Oh,
guess-
if it's like
I
extreme
guess
bent.
there's like extreme.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to me, that if you get the
Really?
angle right,
I
it
love
like
the
it
angle.
hits the wall
I was
better.
like,
Mine
do you need to
curves,
fix
and I
that?
remember
Yeah.
telling my mom because I was worried. When I
Oh.
was like 13, I told my parents that my dick's bent, and I think it's broke. And she was so uncomfortable.
It was during Thanksgiving
Right,
prayer.
and I looked it up in one of those encyclopedias, before the internet,
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
we used to have the books. I
and it was like
remember.
a whole thing. But yeah, now it's just like, oh, it's just curved a little. That's it.
I enjoy it
It's a
because
gift.
it gives you like it's just straight. It's like that's my throat.
Except when
Okay,
you're trying to do a
Jeremy.
line off of them. It could be difficult. Sorry.
Okay, Liza.
Liza 75 this month, ladies and gentlemen.
That is true.
That's very true.
Yeah, we should do it just for fans. Liza's.
Right.
You're gonna do shoes too.
Shoes,
The
okay.
shoes are very popular.
It's so cold in here.
I
I
know.
will freeze if I take my shirt off.
It's just my cold heart. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, true or false? The longer a man's ring finger is compared to his index finger, the
I've
more
heard this.
the more testosterone he has. True or
Oh,
false?
I didn't hear this. Thought it was about
That
intelligence. or
sounds
something.
false.
Yeah, I feel like that's an old wives' tale.
That is true.
Lives. It's
By
true.
the Institute of Sexual Health. Yes.
Wait,
What?
what,
That is
if you're
true.
trans and you use testosterone later in life?
See,
Ah,
Transphobic.
loophole. That's a transphobic study.
You,
You're done.
you both are wrong.
Canceled.
Take off an article of clothing.
They're like, I'm gonna find a loophole so I do
know.
not have to get naked in this freezing studio.
We never said naked. We just said,
nudie.
show a little skin. Oh, yes! I love this part of the show.
Are you wrong? Yes. All right. Here we go.
Is that all you're going to do?
yeah.
He wore layers.
He took off his Levi's jacket, y'all. Woohoo! Okay.
Get
Okay,
it
Rose
racy.
Island.
Rose
Oh,
Island?
Rose, please. It's getting a little dirty over here. Okay. True or false?
Make you
Celery.
You Dorothy?
Of course I'm
Of
Dorothy.
course he's Dorothy. And Sophia.
Hello. No, I'm not Sophia. She's
Did you hear how he
I
said
know,
that?
I know, it's like,
Sophia.
Pussycat, I'm not Sophia. Okay, true or false? Celery can be used as an aid to sexual arousal. Not physical, but like it can be used as a supplement. True
I
or
mean,
false?
anything can be used like that, but
I'll go with true.
I'm gonna say false. That seems like bull.
Take off your clothes. It is true. Eat your celery. The country.
The
The
country of origin is celery.
The crunchy green releases androstenone and androstenol.
I went to high school with Andrew Stanoni.
Me too. I think so too. They're odor molecules that go into the mouth that travel to the back of the throat and then to the nose, and they're pheromones that can help boost arousal, turning you on.
And celery is also a cellulose, so it's negative calories, and I've noticed you produce more
Tony just went to go buy some
more semen,
celery.
more cum. It's a trick of the old studio.
No,
tricks.
that's a wives' tale.
That is not a wives' tale. I survived that way in my 20s.
All right. What did you take off, Stevie?
Oh.
Woo!
Let's see them.
We got some digits up in here. Okay, women consider penis size in what the most important feature of man in what placement? 4th important, 5th important, 7th important, or 9th important?
Oh my gosh. 9th important, 7th important.
And this is women considering penis size. 4th, 5th, 7th, or 9th.
Do the cock destroyers, are they included in the
What?
survey? The cock destroyers.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It's like a
You
band?
don't know
Oh my
the cock
God.
destroyers?
Is that a band?
He doesn't know the
No.
cock destroyers?
What are they? Now I need one.
They're the two British porn bombshells. Yes, cock destroyer, baby. Yes. No?
You literally
You
just
know?
made that
Oh,
up.
yes,
And now they do the
absolutely.
frock
That's a-
destroyers. Bag of
they
chips
have
as
a
frock
show?
destroyers.
Okay,
Yeah,
now I'm gonna.
Cyclers.
yeah,
Okay, now I have
they're
to check it out.
amazing. I
Okay,
want
I
them
have
to
to check
just
it out.
say hi to me sometime. They're amazing.
Okay, 4th, 5th,
Sorry,
7th,
off
or
track
9th.
again.
7.
I'll go 9th then.
You are correct. Take it off, Jeremy.
Ah.
Penis size is the 9th most important feature of a man. And we know, like, if for a gay man to other men, it's like, first. More
Again.
I don't
socks.
know.
More
With the
socks.
I don't know.
transphobia.
Again, see? Are you catching on? I'm trying to.
We're very,
No,
we're so transphobic here.
Let me tell you, guys do not
You know,
care that much.
Alexander had a really good run as host. I feel like whenever I'm here, I feel like in those old movies, like when there's the Russian, there's always the KGB officer.
Yeah.
Like I'm the guy from the corporation sitting here going, mm-hmm.
Girl, I will call HR so fast.
Yeah, what HR? I am HR.
I know. I got shit on you. Okay, the most
Yes,
popular
once.
fetishes in Western culture are incest/family talk, BDSM, baby play, or feet.
Oh,
And this is Western culture
I
only.
hope it's baby play.
Which is the most popular fetish?
I feel like it's incest, and I really don't want to say
think
that.
it's incest,
but,
too.
yeah.
You both are wrong.
It's
Yeah.
it's one of my up and coming
It's feet.
fetishes.
It's
Feet.
feet.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
feet's a
Yeah.
classic.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I know.
tried and
incest is
true.
a classic
Okay.
too.
Incest is classically
When you
good.
talk
I
to
feel that
friends
more.
about that.
I feel that more people have the other fetishes, but they won't say it. Whereas feet, it's like, oh, I'm into feet. You're like, oh, you're so cute. You're so into feet.
I don't know. You've been to Folsom. I've been to Folsom many times.
Feet is
They're-
just not my
Oh,
thing.
well,
at
A
all.
is not
I wear
there,
socks in the shower.
But although in regards to like classic porn, cheesy porn videos, incest is probably up there.
I mean, there's the twin fantasy always.
Twin,
Yeah.
there's the
stepdad,
uncle, there's
dad, son.
and I get kind of grossed
I'm
out the
being
incest
your dad
porn.
a lot.
Yeah, well, most of the titles are
Son,
like
looks
that.
like you got another F in algebra.
I never had
You
any
know-
male figures in my. There we go, Roger. There we go.
Oh.
This is what we're talking about.
Wait, I like that. What are we doing? We're doing clapping.
Tony, you better get the wide lens. Look
Oh.
at this. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. And Steve, I
You know how
love.
excited Alexander is right now?
And Steve, what I love is like your go-to is jockstraps. Like
Oh, I
that's like
love
the
it.
hottest
Oh,
thing. That's
yes.
Like there we go.
Yay.
Jeremy, we didn't get to see her.
Little ginger booty.
What kind of underwear do you wear, like on a regular
Just-
basis?
Box of briefs.
Oh my
Woohoo.
god,
Or
my,
like nothing.
my eye, my eye.
My eye.
My eye.
Are
Okay.
you cold?
No,
It's
the
not that
heat,
bad
the,
once you
the
get-
cool is off now. I think so.
It's my
Yeah.
Latin
Yes,
heat.
thank you.
It's
It
my Latin
happens.
heat. It's my watermelon.
So, Steve, I want to talk about. I think people are still surprised when somebody comes out as trans and dates somebody of their own gender. F to M, having sex with men. People are like, oh wow. It's like, well, there's all these assumptions. How would you categorize your sexual attraction to other people? Because I've seen you film with a whole library of people.
A
And
gamut
you,
has been run.
You look like you're having a good time, like with everything. Like it could be,
Yes.
everything. So how would you describe your
Did he
sexual
smile at that?
attraction? And why is there that assumption that's like, oh, Steve's filming with a man? Oh, that's like so weird.
Yeah, because the trans men in gay culture is not new at all.
Right.
I came out in 2008, and I have been in the community for quite some time. So it is a little weird that we're still talking about that. Where was I going with that? I just lost track of where I was going. Oh, I film with everybody. Yeah. Well, and that's my sexuality. I think I kind of move in the world most like a gay man. Like my being is just
Yeah.
that, and I greatly enjoy having sex with men, but I also like trans people of all genders, non-binary,
One of your hottest
trans
scenes
men,
was
trans
with another
women.
trans man. I was like,
Oh yes, I love the trans boys because we just like get each other. You
yes,
know?
Yeah.
there's this unique energy that is
Good for
definitely there. It's this passion, and it's just like, because it breaks down so many norms. It's like sex is everything, and it was
Yeah.
so exciting to watch.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of like weirdly what porn is doing. It's making like you're seeing that
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Mhm.
and you're thinking about something differently in that moment. And that process has happened for me a long time ago. Because when I came out as trans and I was like, I'm a man with a vagina, this means so many things about so many other people too. Like, and it just actually doesn't matter. Because I was like a hardcore lesbian. I didn't start sleeping with men until I got on T, you know.
Wow.
And then it was like,
That is so
That's interesting.
interesting. And you kind of had to come out almost 3 times in your life. You had to come out as a lesbian, then you had to come out as a trans man, then you had to come out as an adult performer. How did that affect your relationship with friends and family?
my family does not know.
They don't know,
Don't
Hi, Mom.
tell.
but you're everywhere.
Happy birthday to my aunt. Well,
Even my mom knows. It's like, say hi to Stevie.
Seriously, though. Seriously.
Frankly, I have another sibling who's queer. I wouldn't be surprised if they had found out by now, but we haven't talked about it. The family has not always handled me and myself so hot, so we just don't really talk about it.
Is it weird having this kind of success and not being able to share that?
Yeah, that can be kind of strange, but I don't know. I feel good about myself, and that's kind of
Where
there's your
you want to keep that.
Mr. Rogers moment for the day. I feel good about myself.
But you know,
That's all
this
that matters.
energy-
Hey, that's all that matters,
Yeah.
honestly, though.
And that energy really does come through on your social media. Like your Instagram is such a joy because it's like, what's Stevie up to today? You know,
Because I could just care less. Like I dated sex workers before I did sex work. I just have been open to all of this stuff for so long that to me it's just kind of a shrug. Like, of course I'm gonna do that, you
Yeah.
know. But people do still have their hangups.
and we know cats are from the devil, but we know that you love
My
love
little
cats.
Sadie.
Why? Stevie, I have to ask. I have any cat lover. I always have to ask why.
If you like actually pay attention to a
That's
cat,
what every cat owner will tell you.
Like,
just like a
take
vegan
care
will
of
tell
their
you, it
needs.
tastes just
Oh,
like
look how
meat.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Why?
not my cat. Oh, that's a bummer. That
That's
cat
not your
died.
cat?
What, did you steal
Oh,
that
no,
cat?
that
I
cat's
stole the cat
dead?
from the neighbor.
Yes,
I had
that's
a
dead-
horrible experience with my last roommate in New York City. Thank God I moved here. Her cat was very sick. She wasn't taking care of it, and she passed away. That's a horrible story to tell right now.
Wah,
I have
wah.
my own cat now, though, named Sadie. She's very cute. She's very much
Sadie,
alive.
Sadie, pretty
I take
lady.
very good care of her. But yeah, if you get to know a cat and they're independent, a dog needs so much from you. And I'm like, I can't,
Exactly.
this is too much.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I like
we hang out.
But they offer affection.
They're
Cats
way
are like
needy.
My cat
Cats
loves
offer
me. She curls
affection.
up in the crook of my arm and just snuggles there. It's adorable.
If I ever had a cat, I have to be one of the cat owners that teaches it how to go to the bathroom in the toilet. You know those?
That's not
That's
good for a cat.
amazing.
That's not
What?
good.
But the kitty litter is just what gets me. Kitty litter.
And I know when I'm reincarnated, I'm going to come back as a cat and just be like a real bitch.
When you
Are those
walk
your
out, though,
shoes? Blah.
Yeah.
I stole that from
I
Rob
just
Williams.
want to be able to
but-
purr. That just seems so nice.
Oh, honey,
Purring.
I can purr, believe me. I can purr. Jeremy, I want to talk about your point of view is very unique. Having an understanding of the business,
Mhm.
not only from an artistic view. I mean, your photography is just stunning.
Mhm.
But you also understand like the machinations of how the adult business works.
Machinations.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then now
Moira.
in front of the camera, it's like, okay, performer. I have to think of what my fans want to see. From your experience on both sides, what are adult performers doing right currently, and what are they doing wrong currently?
Tell us what other people are doing wrong.
No, but like, do you have an idea of like?
Jeremy looks at Stevie. Well, we're gonna start,
I went over your Just for Fans last night, and
and I have a few pointers.
No, I think what I mean, the whole like industry has changed, and you know, with Just for Fans and everybody's self-published works, I think what everybody's doing right is, I think what you mentioned before, like going beyond just your videos and your social media and having a personality and like a brand to yourself. I think that's what everybody's doing right or should be doing.
Well, it must be hard because before it used to be like you show up to the studio and the studio would do all the press to release like the movie poster and all of that. It's like, well, now it's all on you, especially during COVID. You have to be your own salesperson. You have to be your own marketing. You have to be your own social media guru. And then you have to be your own director for your content. Then you have to be the performer in your content. It's like,
But you also control and own it. Like it's
Yeah.
yours. It's your brand to create.
and nobody would
How
tell you this is
amazing
who you're going to
that?
be with or not be with.
And
Yeah.
for me, I'm like understanding your audience and who's buying your stuff and like kind of appealing to that and finding your kind of like your niche and your brand and everything. I mean, that's what.
Well, and let's talk about Starfucker magazine. So when Sean Morales did a nude thing, I was like, okay, I gotta see this nude thing, and I went right, and I was like, oh, and then I saw this whole portfolio of, I was like, whoa, wow. But then I saw this whole portfolio of beautiful artwork that you've done. I want to talk about this, and I want your opinion on it too. We're in this weird kind of celebration of eroticism, self-content. And there's snide comments being made about Instagrammers and models who never did full frontal nudity, and now they have their own Just for Fans. And there's like, oh, well, look at where they are now. It's like, well, yeah, they're running their own business and making a shit ton of money. And then there's also this other side of it that now I'm an influencer. Now I don't do anything nude, and I want it all taken down. There's just like this weird dichotomy. What is your whole take on the movement of nudity and art?
I don't know. I'm more like do whatever you want and what feels comfortable for you. I mean, I get annoyed with the people that like, I'm gonna do this, take it down. Like I've had models do that. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm changing. I'm like, oh my god, just don't promote it or just move on and do what you're doing.
A lot of models will do that. It's like, well, you've already done it and you've agreed to have it out there.
It's just annoying, and they're not understanding any like business. So, but I forgot what we were talking about.
It's good though. It's fun. This segment has been brought to you by
no, but there's also it's
magazine.
Like, oh look, now they have to have a Just for Fans, but it's like, why is there that coming? Number one, you're still looking at it, and number two, there's a lot of money being made that's going straight into the performers' pockets.
Like, why wouldn't you? I mean, if
I could,
you can.
You can.
What would I do? Remember we talked about Glitter Bear?
You've already talked about late night nachos.
That's sexy.
We talked about what people are into. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
So it'd be my feet and like nacho eating.
Oh my! There will be a market.
And quotes from the Golden Girls.
And apparently a lot of Golden Girls.
Real sexy.
Star Trek.
Like,
oh, you could do a whole Trekkie thing.
Oh, that's true. I love Star Trek parody porn. I love it because they're in the uniforms. I cannot get enough of it. I've seen every single one of them, the good and the bad.
Jeez.
Some of them are really good. Like they have the sets.
Oh,
down.
look. It's a Captain Kirk fucking
Spock.
a green twink.
Yeah.
He's always fucking
celery.
Green. Yeah, celery. Thank
Oh.
God. Woo! Just in the nick of time.
Just in time. Okay, so we're going to do a little rapid fire. We're going to do a little rapid fire. So you have to answer as many questions as you can in 30 seconds.
Oh, I'm bad at that.
And we're going to see who has answered the most.
For a great prize.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right, Steve.
And go.
Have you ever ghosted anyone?
Yes.
Have you ever cheated on somebody you're dating?
No.
Have you ever hooked up with an Uber driver?
No.
If you were to sing at karaoke, what song would you sing?
Leave Get Out by JoJo.
Let's hear some.
Sorry, what?
Let's hear some.
Get out right now.
All right.
Jeremy's going to suffer on this one.
Okay. Take that away from that 30 seconds. Okay. Favorite time of day to have sex?
Morning.
Have you ever hooked up at the gym?
No.
Foreplay or intercourse?
Foreplay.
Favorite superhero?
I don't know. Superman?
Okay.
We're done.
1, I don't 2, do 3, superhero.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was a lot. Eight questions.
Oh, okay.
8
all
with
right.
the singing.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Are
Bring
you
it on.
ready?
Mm-hmm.
And go.
Who was the first porn star you would cast in your own major motion picture?
I told you
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Stevie Trixx.
Yeah.
There we go. Good save. If you were to produce a porn film, what would the title be?
Done this
that's tough.
before. He's produced porn.
Yeah. Get off.
Get off? Okay. Least favorite body part?
No, ears, I guess.
Strangest hobby or talent you have? That was like 3.5 questions.
Talked so much shit about me.
I knew I'm so bad at this. I knew I was so bad at this.
Produced porn before.
All right, well,
Across the room from a porn star.
Well, Stevie mopped the floor with you. Sorry to say. Okay, before we go, we do have some fan questions we have to get through.
Yes.
Eric from Instagram wants to know, I have an amazing ass, and that's all my boyfriend wants to pay attention to. He's obsessed. How do I get him to pay attention to my dick?
Lose your ass.
I mean, other than just telling him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Communication never hurt anybody, for sure.
Yeah. Slap it.
I mean, I've dated somebody just for their ass, and like the conversation was terrible.
Yeah, because you're an ass man.
I'm such an ass man.
This is
so
from
I
your
feel
ex-boyfriend.
And also, like,
probably.
people like what they like, and I thought he should have known that. And or yeah.
Yeah.
Open
But are you
dialogue.
really only playing with their
Like,
ass
like,
and doing
that's it?
nothing with the dick
Jeez, that is
whatsoever?
boring.
I have been so into somebody's ass, and I'm talking about
I mean,
a
I do
relationship
that.
that, like, every minute, like, I pinch it in the elevator,
He's
I pinch
a
it in the
big
car,
ass
like,
man.
yeah.
But you never pinch the dick.
Ever.
I mean,
I don't like you
No.
anymore.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's not okay.
Okay. That was from an ex.
Sounds like his
Sorry,
boyfriend
Thomas.
should get a boyfriend that loves their ass played with the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance from Twitter wants to know, I've been accused of being a rice queen while my boyfriends have been Asians. Not intentionally, it's just that way. Is it okay to say I'm just into Asians and nothing else?
I feel like that's the kind of thing you do need to look at yourself and say, why am I doing this? Is it genuinely like I'm just attracted to folks like that, or is there some sort of something going on? Because often it's sort of like unconscious biases and stuff that we have that influence that. I would say look into it, but don't change your, like, you can't force yourself to be attracted to somebody.
I was
you're
going to
not
say, like, you
attracted
can't
to.
tell your dick, get hard over this if you don't.
I think it's okay to like only like one type, but like I don't think you should be like saying that.
Yeah, don't post it.
Freehand.
See,
That's
I
my
don't
word. You put it on
understand
your
this.
grinder
You don't like
profile.
only
I'm like,
this,
what is
that
There's
wrong
this
with
whole
you?
discussion
Doesn't
saying
make
that you
sense.
can't say I don't like this type, but your grinder is literally the menu that you're ordering your food from. If I don't like onions on it, I want to say don't put onions on my meal. Like,
That doesn't mean you can't have a conversation.
Yeah, but no
with
one's forcing
someone, and
onions.
you shut the door on getting to know anyone else.
but if especially grinder, like
That's
I'm here to
why
have sex and
That's why I'm
that's it.
10 years younger on Grinder. Just so people will just say hi.
Girl, you better get that face tune going. Okay, last question. Ricky from email. I've always been attracted to the idea of glory holes. Are there any rules or etiquette I should know about?
Well, first, Ricky. Oh,
Don't
sorry,
peek
this
your
is-
eyes through it.
Don't peek.
I
Don't peek.
think, like, for somebody's first
Don't,
time...
Did you say don't peek?
Don't peek. Like put your
Oh,
head
don't
down and look
peek.
to see who
Yeah.
the
I
other
said don't
person
peek.
is.
But I
Yeah,
think for
weird,
somebody's
right?
first time that's not familiar, it could be pretty daunting because you're like, it's just a weird situation. I think it's so hot.
Yeah.
When I did my first, I went with my boyfriend at the time, and so I had somebody there to like kind of laugh about it and make it comfortable. But like by yourself, I think it would be.
Laugh about it. The person on the other side is just like,
Oh,
why
we
are they
got yelled
laughing?
at.
I'm trying my best.
We got yelled at. We were at the Glory Hall wall at Slammers, and it was for his birthday. People told us to
Oh,
get out because
romantic.
we were just having fun and we were a little drunk. But it was
Yeah.
like because it was so silly. All of a sudden,
No,
it
but
was
there,
like
there's
whack-a-mole.
there's definitely like if it's a fabric thing, you know, you have to kind of
Is that
talk.
bad?
Well, sometimes they feel it's okay to just like I'm gonna wrap my arms around the head because you
Yeah.
can,
Oh.
or touch or feel, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't have one. I just wanted to.
If it's a
That's what
homemade
I've
fabric
heard
one, pretend it's
from
just a wall.
others, I just
So
don't know how to make.
So
a
like
good
if
one.
you're the person getting sucked, like don't reach around.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a gay cultural experience I have yet to have.
Oh,
No.
Stevie,
The glory
maybe
hole.
this would be a good Just for Fans video.
Oh, absolutely. I'm totally down.
Okay, right. I'm gonna look for that on your Just for Fans.
you know, it's a good anonymous thing, and I think the CDC even mentioned it.
It
to
even
inform
said
us.
like
Oh,
if
they
you're gonna
did.
do
It was,
something,
yeah.
New York
let's
City
do
was all
this.
about the glory
Yeah,
hole.
So
New York
we're just
City,
helping
yeah.
society is all we're doing.
Yeah.
Dr. Fauci's out there like, yes.
He's all, I love it. Slop, slop, slop. Glory hole queen.
That's why his hair is like perfectly in place all the time. He's like,
And he's real little, so he's just like.
yeah, you could just like walk up. Oh
That's
my
my
lord,
Fauci gag.
so stupid. I love it. All right. On that note, Jeremy, tell
Okay.
everybody where you want them to find you. Just for Fans. What is your handle?
Just for fans, it's Jeremy Lucido, and Jeremy Lucido for all the other.
Yes, and check out Starfucker magazine.
Yeah, it's great
Not only
magazine.
is it hot, but there's some really great black and like it's all black and white,
Mhm.
and like your Instagram black and white. It's beautiful. Stevie Trixx. Is it really based on Stevie Nicks? Is that
Oh,
what-
absolutely.
Oh, and I love that.
I love her so much. I
That's
just was
awesome.
like,
She still's
why
got
not?
it. Like she's one that goes out and she does
I-
a great show every single
Truly.
time.
An
Crosses
icon, a
generations.
legend.
Yeah, and she's lived a life. Like Bette Midler now is like singing like B. Arthur level. She's like wind beneath my wings, and Stevie Nicks is still
She's
just
just spinning with a tambourine.
yeah.
What else you got to do?
Sorry.
Let's see. Are you catching on?
Yeah, it's like, what is this?
Like, Yes, you can find me on JustForFans at Stevie Trixx, 2 X's, not 3.
Yes.
Thank you. Instagram is Stevie_Trixx because my old account got deleted.
That happens to so many adult stars, and it's just
It does.
you know,
It's
you work
tragic.
and build your fan base, and it's like there's nothing pornographic on it. It's just awful. Mr. Anthony John, do you have any words of wisdom?
You ask every time, but no, I don't.
Eh.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking.
All right, and where can people find you?
Instagram is my most active, and that's Mr. Anthony John. And then if you want to email anything, events@JustFor.Fans.
And you know, Anthony, I just have to say, so we've gotten some comments from the show saying
About my voice, I know.
well, no, but about that,
Oh.
but like, no, but people ask, does Anthony do any content or anything? You know, he's so hot. Do you think you'd ever get in front of the camera?
Yes, no, I don't know. If I do, it's going to probably be in a mask or something.
Okay, look for that. The Masked Stinger.
No, because for a long time I had sex with lots of people in porn back in the day,
Yeah, but now you can make
and
a
I
lot of
wish
money
I
off
would
of
have
it.
recorded all those. To be honest,
All right. You can
not
find,
that I was amazing, but I can make money off of it.
Yeah. On that note, you can find me on Instagram.
But
at
thanks for
Alexander
making this
is on there.
awkward the last few seconds.
Well, no, because we get the
Asshole.
comment. It's like, no,
Oh,
you
no,
know,
I've
just-
never done. I've never. You can hear my voice in porn though a lot because I'll be holding the camera.
Find me on Instagram at Alexander's on air. Make sure you like and subscribe to this podcast wherever you are
Please.
listening or watching to us. Sign up for your free account at JustFor.Fans and be a part of all of this adult goodness for free. And it's being produced with fans in mind. On that note, stay healthy, stay sexy. Until next
Stay
time.
golden.
Yes. Yes.
That has been another episode of The Naked Truth, the official podcast for Just for Fans. Sign up for your free account at JustFor.Fans and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at JustForFansite. You'll never know what's going to happen on The Naked Truth.